My apologies. My apologies. Okay, welcome everybody. We're back on YouTube and on our social media page. So we're here at the agenda meeting. So turn it over to
Okay, thank you,
Manager
Chairman.
Tim Cobb.
Tanya, do you want to cover the opening? You want me to hold the baby?
Yeah.
All right. Good afternoon, Chairman and Commissioners. For county announcements, we'll have 3 items. We'll have the Register of Deeds with the DD 214 video. That was something that we had to reschedule due to technical difficulties. So they will be there next week with the video. We'll talk about the Household Hazardous Waste event that will be on June 24th at Textron. It'll be a drive-through event where our community can drop off household hazardous waste items again at Textron. East Textron.
It's in that big parking lot on Office Central
And Webb, I believe.
Central Web, right before you go underneath the tunnel there.
Yeah. Correct.
Central, that big parking lot.
And then Sedgwick County Fire District number 1 will be there to talk about their divers team. So with some recent events, I thought it'd be good to highlight that. So those are our 3 county announcements.
All right.
Under appointments, Commissioners, there are a number of cab appointments, including a full cab being appointed. And then there's one reappointment to the Mental Health Advisory Board as well. When we get to new business, item F, I will present an update to you and to the community about the reorganization that we'll implement related to the CDDO. And then item G is a grant application from Emergency Communications on behalf of the community's radio encryption plan. Rusty's here if there's any questions about that. Item H is the grant application that we just talked about a second ago. Rusty's covered that before, and then Tanya just talked about the land acquisition that's tied to that application. Item I is going to be pulled. We're still waiting on some documentation to come in from our partner in that transaction. And when that comes in, we'll add it back to the agenda. Item J is the annual comprehensive financial report. Item K is for you to select a voting delegate for the NACO annual conference. And then item L is the report of the boards of bids and contracts. Any questions about any of those regular agenda items?
It is just is that item I that's pulled? Is that corner sliver we've talked about before? Okay, all right. Hopefully that closure, but we'll see. All right, so you K through L.
So on consent, we've got some easements. M and N are easements. O is an interlocal agreement with KDOT to do a corridor study for 254 between here and El Dorado. We participate slightly financially, about 40,000 on that. Item P is a request for support for a WAMPO grant application. So it's a grant support letter. Item Q is a response to the a law change related to the state fire marshal, and it has to do with MABCD being responsible for elevator inspections in the community.
Is this a continuation of some of the issues we're having with the state fire marshal?
I think that's so.
Mr. Lakeland, ready to come.
Hi, Chris.
Afternoon, Chairman, Commissioners. So in last year's legislative session, there was a state law passed that puts a minimum standard on elevators statewide and gives responsibility of that to the fire marshal. As part of that, there are exemptions throughout that statute for jurisdictions that have standing programs that meet or exceed the rules and regulations that the state fire marshal will put forth. And that language is solid. Justin Wagner actually authored most of what those presenting the bill put in. So we're happy with that. We see no issues. We've already met with the state fire marshal a few times. They have reviewed our program and have given us verbally and through email the statement that is exempt. Legal felt it would be appropriate that we, one, have a resolution and ordinance through county and city stating that we intend to maintain our program as it is and to inform the fire marshal of that. And then that we include that with what we send. So we'll send them a list of our conveyances, this resolution/ordinance. And then I think there's one or two other things that they want with that. The other piece of that is, and one reason it's due at the end of this month, one reason we haven't moved forward before now is that the state marshal also offered any others in Sedgwick County that would like to join our jurisdiction versus the state fire marshal's program to do so. So we're still waiting to see if we get more responses from them. I'm sure he'll keep that window open through the end of the year, but the initial reporting of our intent to keep our program and the conveyances that we'll oversee is due by the end of this month.
Item R is a request for additional budget authority for risk management. There's about $2.8 million worth of additional budget authority that's needed to pay some claims and insurance premiums, that sort of thing. And then S and T and U are plats, and then we're into routine business. Close out the meeting. Questions about any of these items?
Any questions? Don't see any. Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. Next, you got another.
We don't have anything else.
Fire district. Looks like we have a fire district.
Our agenda.
Here we go. Thanks, Rusty.
We've got minutes. We've got an appointment. And
Steering council stuff.
steering council appointments, yes.
All the appointments to the,
Oh, all the appointments.
all the appointments to the.
Okay, yeah,
fire-
to the fire. Okay. Good. A long time in the making, but yeah, okay.
And that's the end.
And then we will have, are the names of everybody? Yeah, everybody's in there.
Yeah, I think it's broken into two parts there. It's the those from the city, from the 5 cities, and then the second is all the at-large.
Okay,
Two pieces.
good.
We anticipate an executive session?
No,
No. Thank you.
So if it goes good enough, then
I think it's
the funeral could be,
short meeting. We have a bit of conflict at 11 o'clock, so.
okay. Okay, anything else, anybody? Any of the electeds that are present want to address? Michelle, you have anything? Okay, all right. We will adjourn. Have a safe weekend. Thank you, everybody.